What's going on, guys? Today we are taking a look at Arms Change AC number 12, Kamen Rider Duke, from the Kamen Rider Gaim show. Now, I have to give a big shout out to my good friend Deno over at tokunation.com, otherwise known as Den-O _ Tokunation, for getting me this figure. He had an extra one and he very nicely sold it to me for a review. So, let's go ahead and open him up and take a look. Out of the box, Duke looks pretty good. It is definitely a different styling than any of the other riders thus far. He has this really nice gauntlet going on his wrists, or on his forearms, and the overall look of the figure is quite nice. I absolutely adore this head sculpt. It's so silly and crazy, but I love it. We have the Energy or Genesis driver here on his belt, and overall the figure looks good. However, it's very, very strange. The plastic used for the light blue is very similar to the plastic used on the original Zangetsu AC figure. It feels and looks really strange. It doesn't feel like it has any strength to it, as opposed to the other AC figures, which feel very, very sturdy and strong. It's just odd. The lemon itself isn't too bad looking. It is very big and very bulky, and looks a disturbingly similar amount to Mango. In fact, I think they're virtually the same thing, just slightly retooled. Now, they do combine with the rider differently, but they do look very, very similar. Disturbingly similar, in fact. And let's not forget the Sonic Arrow. Lemon's transformation starts above the figure, like Mango. So pop out the sides here, just above the lemony top. Flip open the backpack. Then we could drop this whole thing onto the rider. And getting Duke's head in here isn't easy. In fact, I don't know if you could see that, they actually had to cut out room for his face. So get that attached and in place. And then fold down the chest plate and fold that down and into place, and it kind of accordions down onto him. The top of the lemon will fold over his right shoulder, the helmet spot will fold onto the back, and then the entire backpack will accordion down to give him the cape. Though what you end up with is nowhere near as cool as what you see in the show. I get what the designers were going for, but I don't think they succeeded with this figure at all. I think the blue is actually too light, and the yellow doesn't work. It's more of a sallow, rotten yellow than the brighter yellow we see in the show, and the detailing on the back cape doesn't work at all. It just doesn't look good. And the figure is so freaking top-heavy that his poor little ankle joints that he does have cause him to want to fall forward or back every time I turn him. It's just not a well thought out figure in the least. I really don't like this guy. Something I do like is the way Duke looks with all the other AC figures, or specifically the Arms Change fruits themselves. He just looks really good with just about everything of the original guys, especially Ryujin's grape. I really like the way that looks. The only thing that doesn't really work all that well is, well, the legendary riders, except for Forze. He looks really good with that, but the others, not so much. It's really weird. He looks great with all the others, but not his own. AC-12 Kamen Rider Duke is a definite pass in my book. I wanted to really like this guy, but I think the figure just isn't good looking at all. I love the head sculpt, but the overall sallow, ugly nature of the lemon just makes the whole figure look gaudy and ugly and not much fun. You're going to have a lot better time with some of the original AC figures than this guy. This is a solid pass in my book, in all honesty. So guys, as usual, I'm Baltmatrix. I'll catch you next time. And if you want to talk about this figure and talk about anything Toku, join me and Deno and a bunch of other folks over at tokunation.com. See you later!